What up, we're the Bridge City Sinners. These are our first concert stories. My first concert was when I was 13. My mom took me to see Good Charlotte with Goldfinger opening and Eve Six with my two sisters. And a man in a thong and a bear helmet came out and started dancing, and my mom was very offended. It was a great time.
Sorry, Mary.
Sorry, Mom. Oh, Good Charlotte was by far my favorite band at the time. Pop punk for life, dude.
To the rich and the famous. My first concert, I was 12 years old. I had gone to a couple like house shows, but this was the first concert that I had ever like begged my mom, please let me buy concert tickets. Please take me to the concert, Mom. And she finally agreed. It was for the Misfits, but she asked that I play her some of their music first before she agreed. So I played her the Crying on a Saturday Night. And she was like, oh, they seem like a really nice band. And so she let me go. And I went with my first boyfriend ever and my friend Lauren. Hi, Lauren. We went to the show, and one of the roadies, actually, I was talking to him at the merch booth, and I was like, oh my God, do you know the Misfits? And he was like, know them. I trip over them every morning. You want to come meet them? And I was like, I'm 12, and that's amazing. And so he took me backstage, and I got to meet Doyle and all the goods. And they actually had Marky Ramone drumming for them, and I got to meet him, and he gave me a drumstick. So that pretty much was the best day ever.
Let's see, my first concert, I was actually 3 years old. My mom took me to what she thought was the Children's Symphony, and it turned out it wasn't the children's concert, it was just like the normal symphony, and she thought like, oh, he's probably gonna get bored, he's only 3 years old, but I loved it and was like totally infatuated by the conductor, and that in fact is actually why I wanted to play music, was I thought I was the smallest, and so I'd start with the small instruments, and of course to be conductor you had to play all the instruments, at least that's what I thought when I was 3, and I started with the smallest instrument and would just build up to the biggest instrument, and as you can tell, as a violinist in a punk band, I've come real far. Some dreams come true.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
All right, yeah, so I was raised Mormon, so naturally I was really big into MXPX, because they're like a Christian pop punk band, but it was like a good diving board into like, you know, real punk rock music. So the first concert, my mom took me when I was 11 or 12 years old with some of my brothers and sisters and friends to go see MXPX and Goldfinger, and it was awesome. Thanks, Mom. So sorry for what I've become, though.
Yeah, both of us. Oh, nice. We both saw Goldfinger on our first concert.